Brexit Live Minister threatens to resign. Truss handed ultimatum on Australia trade deal. Liz Truss has been handed an ultimatum in her pursuit of a post-Brexit trade deal with Australia, as reports state a spectacularly big row over the agreement. Ms. Truss has been locked in talks over a trade deal with the state, but a row has sparked over the prospect of free trade, no quota deal. Although the Trade Secretary wants to hand Australia a free trade deal, Environmental Secretary George Eustice has warned of the domestic backlash from UK farmers if there are no limits to the deal. Mr. Eustice fears UK farmers will be undercut by a wave of Australian meat imports, which may flood the market under a free trade deal. Times Radio's Tom Newton-Dunn reports the Environment Secretary has now come up with a plan to end the standoff, which conjures up the prospect of resignation. Mr. Eustice insists on a zero tariff deal, but not a zero quota one, in order to limit the amount of Australian meat imports which enter the country. A wave of meat imports drivel the whole green climate region and anti-meat brigade will be causing more problems for farmers than any trade deal. Farming is the enemy, cheered on by things like the anti-farming county file pieces on the BBC. In the Netherlands, they are calling for shutting down farms and quotas on animals to be green. We have been importing Irish beef, Danish and Dutch pork for years. Something will have to replace that for a start. We also have to get new export markets with people like Australia. Maybe the minister should resign because he is not helping farmers at all. To help the UK economy recover, we really should be buying the UK first for everything, and then after that, buy from friendly partners that really want to trade with us. The farming industry is in decline and under threat. It has nothing to do with imports at all. Wake up, Eustace. Mr. Newton-Dunn said Eustace, who wants to protect UK farmers from being undercut, will tell Liz Truss he will accept zero tariffs, but not zero quotas. Instead, flashpoint Australian imports, such as beef and lamb, must have annual caps. Australia would then be forced to adhere to limits on beef or lamb, or the UK will not agree on a deal. One insider said, "They defended their interests well. We just need to do the same for ours." Ms. Truss has proposed a 10-year transition period for UK farmers, although there is fear this would kick the can down the road, while the US, Mexico, and Brazil would also need to be offered a zero tariff deal, which would flood the market. Let's face it, all foreign trade deals will damage UK businesses to some extent. But we need to trade with other countries for most of our goods. Farming is just like any other industry and must adapt to compete. I am looking forward to trade deals with Australia, which will bring cheaper food into our soil. What do you think about this issue? Let me know what you think and we can discuss it. I will continuously update the latest news in the next videos. Please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it. Goodbye and see you in the next videos.